Childhood abuse is something I'm always going to talk to you about because I know what I went through. I know what a lot of other people have been through because of my work and a volunteer position that I have. And it's so incredibly important to check with the experts, and they're all saying the same thing. What happened to you as a child you're going to carry into adulthood. Just think of it as going to kindergarten and learning the alphabet. Well, if you're a child and you're in a home for the first 4 or 5 years, everything you learn is what's supposed to be normal. And what happens with that information is that you go looking for that normal in your adult life. And so what happens? You make all kinds of mistakes. You end up being what your parents taught you was normal, or your grandparents or your uncle or whoever it was who abused you, or your siblings, and that becomes the normal that you expect to find in your life. I am so sorry to tell you that that is almost every person I talk to in my volunteer position has had a crappy childhood. One thing or another, all over the map, different things. And I can tell you for sure that I started writing to inmates when I was 16, still in high school. And as a minister, I started visiting inmates, and I visited them for several years. I visited 16 to 19-year-old boy first-time offenders, and I visited males and females, and almost every single one I talked to, their first thing out of their mouth was, I had such a crappy childhood. Does that have anything to do with this? Or, I had a crappy childhood. Can I talk about it? Or, could we talk about what it means when you're really an abused kid? Because I just don't understand. Well, I can tell you what I understand. I understand that in general, I'm not going to say it's every single person, but in general, if somebody is trying to get over pain, it's because they had a crappy childhood, and that's the pain they're trying to get over, whatever it was. And it could have been a bully at school. It could have been somebody down the street. I was sexually molested by somebody down the street. You just never know what it's going to be, where it's coming from. But the longer it lasted, the more it becomes the normal that the child takes into youth and adulthood. And to get rid of it is really, really complicated. But it doesn't have to be expensive. I have a school, SKOOL, online, where I talk to people. If you have recovery issues from drugs, alcohol, or whatever, I'm also on Lifering, LIFERANG.org. My school is Summerland, SUMMERLAND, Trauma Caregivers. Both of these are free. I will put it at the end of this video. But what I want to talk to you about is one way of getting past feeling so crappy about what went on, and that's to change your name. You don't have to do it legally. What I did, my name was Jacqueline. I still use that. That doesn't bother me because my entire childhood, it was JACKIE. Okay? Oh, still gives me a gut punch in my stomach when I spell it out. Or when I see it, somebody uses it. Oh, it's just the way it is. And I'm not apologizing. I have CPTSD, as do many, many, many people in the same position. It triggers you. When you see what you had as a child, it triggers you. Lots of people take nicknames. Nickname can be anything on this side. When I always wanted to be an artist from the age of 3. So when my parents said, no, you can't do that. As soon as I got away from them, I went to art school. I started spelling my name JACQUE. I just dropped the LINE because it looks like Jacques, which is a male. And I thought, maybe my art will sell with a Jacques on it, except there's no S. But it was close enough, I thought. Well, I realized as years went by, that I was still Jackie, okay? So I put an I, to think of how I needed to remember me. I needed to do that for me. So when I see it now, Jacquie, it still says Jackie, but it's got I in it and not that K. And it says, this is who I am now. This is me. This is me in recovery. Recovery from a crappy childhood, from an abusive childhood, from beatings, from sexual molestation, from being kicked and punched and pushed around, verbally abused, all of those things. I'm recovering. And I recover more all the time with a different name. I also took another name, a nickname, Omi, O-M-I. It means grandmother in Gaelic, and I used that because when I went to Mexico, they pronounce Jackie as Yaki. Yaki. Who wants to be called Yaki? When you're a teacher, you don't want to be called Yaki. And yet, Omi is easy for the children to say. The O isn't a problem in Spanish. The M-I, me, M-I is spelled me in Spanish, so O-M-I worked just great, which is so exciting for me, because I really wanted something that would work for them, and I felt good about it. I get the sweet goosebumps when somebody calls me Omi, because it's a term used in Germany, Oma or Omi. Oma, it means grandmother, and it's an affectionate term. I love that. The same thing that you can do. I know people that call themselves all kinds of different things for different reasons, but I'm suggesting to you that if you pick out a different name, a nickname, a pet name, whatever you want to call it, something that makes you feel good, something that gives you good goosebumps, something that doesn't make you feel like somebody just hit you in the stomach. It will help you remember, I'm in recovery from a crappy childhood. And it seems to be such an easy thing to do, but the effects, the emotional effects, the effect on your memory, the effect on your outlook is your physical feeling. And as Gabor Mate teaches us, how we feel about things is how we get sick. I mean, there's so many who explain this. And when we become addicted to something, it's usually to stop the pain. So become addicted to a new name, okay? How about that? Do you think you could do that? All right, I hope so. I hope this was interesting to you, because I sincerely want you to know that you can help yourself. You can get past, but you first have to recognize how it changed how you think, how it changed how you act. It made a change in your brain, all of that negativity, that abuse, that lack of nurturing and hugging and just loving and encouragement and all of that. If it wasn't there, you missed a lot. Okay, now, the game here on YouTube is like and subscribe. So I'm going to say that, like and subscribe, like I'm a recording. But if you want to talk to me, do below or come to my school. I'll even do one-on-one. I'm available because that's my purpose in life. I'm a caregiver of an 85-year-old husband with lots of diseases in a wheelchair. And it really makes me feel so useful. And I'm an idealist, so feeling useful is important. So if you want to talk to me one-on-one, it's free. Just get a hold of me. Information's at the end. Thank you.